to Regina and Friends Crime Chat. A little bit of some updates for you on the double homicide out of Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas, just south of Fayetteville, um, where Kristen and Clinton Brinks were murdered on the lower trail, attacked in what appears to be, from what experts are saying, is more than likely a completely random attack, um, where these two parents were brutally stabbed to death on the trail. Um, New information has come out about the suspect, including a sketch, as you can see here, um, that has been rendered. Um, so I have also made a community post with this sketch in it. Hopefully people share and get the word out there. I'm fixing to share a little bit more information with you guys real quick. I have the audio 911 call and an update that the suspect may be injured. So that's something that we are going to be playing right now.
Minutes to the top of the hour here. We have a major update overnight in the growing manhunt for the person who murdered two parents on an Arkansas hiking trail. This morning, police are releasing this. Take a good look at your screen. I know you're busy, but pause for just a moment. This is the first sketch of the suspected double murderer as they plead with the public for any information that could lead them to this man. News Nation's Mills Hayes has details on what we know and what happens next. Mills, good morning.
Good morning, Marky. What a tragic story coming out of Arkansas. Those victims are Clinton and Kristen Brink. Police say that they had just recently moved to the area from out of state. Their two little girls, ages 7 and 9, escaped the attack that killed their parents uninjured and have helped alert authorities over.
Wow.
Yeah, the little girls witnessed their parents' attack, sadly. Let me see if I can get this to play again. It paused on me. It's buffering.
I was just thinking this was probably before you go back to school, a little getaway for their family.
Right.
Sad.
Oh, it's not playing. It's great. Okay, well, the reason I was playing that report, the importance of that report, is there are reports coming out that the person who attacked this husband and wife is likely injured. They're saying that this person is likely injured, that he's, going to have an injury. They have not specified whether it's, and this is, again, the sketch of the suspected killer. He's going to have an injury. They haven't specified if it's going to be to his face or to his hands. They've come out and said that this man is driving a black, either sedan or like a Mazda or an Ultima or something like that, like a sporty looking 4-door car, but not necessarily a muscle car, so more like a sedan style, fast car. And this is the composite sketch. We're also getting reports that, holy cow, I just lost my train of thought. My daughter come in. I apologize. We're also getting reports that the mother likely is the one who intervened during the attack and told her daughters to run as fast as you can and get help to protect her children. I mean, this is a tragedy. Willie, is there anything you want to add real quick before we get to? I have also the complete 911 audio dispatch we're fixing to get into. Wilby, was there anything you wanted to add to that?
No, not really. I mean, it's just a very sad thing to happen, and I think I've seen it getting in a lot of national attention outside of Arkansas, and YouTube. A lot of creators are picking up on this. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Yeah. Well, they've actually called the FBI in from Little Rock on this case. In Arkansas, every state has their own FBI offices. But Arkansas doesn't typically just go, okay, let's, call in the big boys already. So this is big news to Arkansans, that they're actually calling in the federal government at this time too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully this is a good sketch and somebody knows this guy and he lives down the street from them or whatever, and they call in and they get this guy and they get him off the streets.
Yep. Okay, well, let's hop right into the audio call, if that's okay with you, then, if you're ready.
Sure.
Now, the audio is black and white. I mean, it's just a blank screen. So you're going to be hearing the audio call with just the blank screen in the background.
Okay.
Aircraft Medic 1. Medic 1 at destination. Medic 4, circular first responders, stage for police, assault, possible stabbing, Devil's Den State Park, operations, Ops 44, time out 1358.
Claricom, Medic 9 is clear from Station 1. What do you advise?
Medic 9, stay by.
Claricom, did you call from Medic 4?
That's affirmative. Can you sign in?
No, please come in, Claricom. You show up as back in service.
Falcons in service.
Medic 4's en route.
Medic 4 responding. Operations are on Ops 44.
Medic 4 on Ops 44. En route to stage.
Basic to Assessor through house location assist 1753 East Zion, apartment 69. Operations Ops 40. Time out 1401. Basic 2 is responding. You're responding at 1401.
Claricom, 1714. What's the location in the state park that we need to be responding to?
Medic 4 and Strickler. Washington County received a call from the visitor center. 2 children are there. They advised that their parents were assaulted. One was possibly stabbed. The parents are missing. If you'll just stage back for police.
Medic 11's at destination.
Medic 11 destination 1402.
1717 responding. 1701 responding.
Go ahead.
Claricom, we're going to be in service. We do need to decon our truck and possibly get supplies.
Received in service.
Claricom, Strickler Car 1 responding.
Strickler car 1 responding.
Claricom, are we on 43?
Negative. Ops 44.
1216, Devil's Den.
1222, 1216.
You at the VIC.
That's a lower Devil's Den.
We're all sweeping the trail, me and I've got a maintenance person with me, interpreters with first aid kits trying to locate the family. Do me a favor and ask them again what the parents' names were and just relay on this channel.
10-4.
16, I'm 5'5". Do we need to sweep the social trails or just stay on the main trail?
Cover the main trail right now first.
Oh,
Copy that.
how?
Sweep the main trail first right now.
Main trail? Like, icebox, hiking down. Looking for help.
Copy that. Say again. Repeat.
Hear yells calling for help. We're hiking down. I think they're
10-4, we're hearing them too towards the end of the lower part of the Devil's Den Trail.
4.
1216, 1222. 10-4. 1216, 1222. 16, Devil's Den. Devil's Den 2, Washington County.
Medic 1 in service. Medic 1 in service. 1413.
Last unit on NWRMA for repeater traffic.
Basic 2 is on scene. Basic 2 on scene. 1414.
1216 to Devil's Den 2 to Washington County SO. No, see, this is a sheriff channel. You're trying to reach the Washington County Sheriff's Officer, Benton County. Washington County. Copy, I'll let them know how to switch. 1216 to either interpreter.
Hey, Jeremy.
Try to relay to the office. So we found the victims down here. They're on the lower Devil's Den Trail. Just a couple minutes. I think I see you right there. I've got two bodies down here. 1216 to 1222. Well, I think I've notified Washington County dispatch. Medic 4 state.
Medic 1, 33 Alpha, Encompass Health, Bonnie Painter, Operations Ops 40, time out 1417.
Medic 1 responding.
Medic 1 responding at 1417. Medic manifested 1417. Medic 1, your patient will be in room 112 window, 95-year-old male, needing evaluation after an unwitnessed fall. No reported injury.
1216, 1222.
Medic 1 on scene.
Medic 1 on scene at 14.
134 Senate. Angel Squad 3 to Mercy Rogers, patient care report.
Back on Medic 11 in service.
Medic 11 in service at 1421.
1222, 1215. 1222, 1216.
This is Mercy. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mercy. This is Bingo Squad 3. I'm just giving you a heads up. We're about 20 minutes out from your facility. We're coming in non-emergent with a 20-year-old female. She was swimming in swimming holes here in Bentonville on a rope swing. Took about a 15-foot fall onto some very jagged, exposed rock. Has 2 4-inch long, about 3-inch deep gashes on her right thigh. Bleeding was controlled on arrival. I'm going to go ahead and say she's probably about a trauma level 1. Just wanted to give you a heads up prior to arrival. She's a GCS of 15, GCS of 15, ANO4. Current vitals are pulse rate of 103, 100% 34 over 71. I'll try and send a Pulsera. Do you have any questions prior to my arrival?
Witnessed another female who was with the children and asked the witnesses to take the children back to the VIC and then went back to help the friend.
I think she's down here with me right now, and the friend is here too. They're down here at the scene. If you will go ahead and confirm with Troop L that they are sending me down here.
10-4.
And also, I've got both interpreters at each end of the trail blocking traffic from visitors. If you can bring some flagging tape and stuff when you get out here.
Box 7 to Station 7, 862. Respond to the Avoca 1 stop at 124 North Highway 62, 124 North Highway 62 for an MVC. Respond on Ops 5, time of tone 1423.
If you would go ahead and confirm with county and state police, I've notified both of them, but I want to be sure they know our exempt.
All 10-4. County's here with me right now.
You go ahead.
Medic 3 Elkins, first responders. 1 Charlie abdominal pain, 1055 Raspberry Street. Operations Ops 42, time out 1424.
1717, this is 1714.
1714, can you repeat your last traffic?
1717, what's your location?
1710, I'm coming around Sharp Curve right now.
Copy.
1425.
41 responding, Raspberry.
41 responding at 1425.
Medic 6, ladder 6, 4900, Jennifer Harris. 4900, Jennifer Harris. Cross of Dead End and South 48th Street. Map page 6040. Refer to MDC for incident type.
Vomiting.
Medic 5, Engine 5, allergic reaction. 794 Chateau Avenue. 794 Chateau Avenue. Cross of Kennesaw Street and Powell Street. Map page 5110.
1510 on scene to visitor center.
Medic 4 on scene, visitor center.
Proceed.
Parker's ladder 1 Syncom. What channel will we be operating on? 5. We'll be operating on Ops 5.
Medic 3 on scene, 1428.
And there you guys have it. That is the full audio dispatch from the incident at Devil's Den State Park. And it tells us a lot. And now we're going to get into the discussions about what's going on here exactly, because I think there's a lot that they're not saying to the public. You know what I mean? And for good reason. But at the same time, I feel like the public needs to be on heightened alert and awareness. What do you think, Wilby?
I would just recommend anybody that goes to these walking trails, these parks. You can get in isolated areas real quickly. You're having a good time. Maybe your guard gets down. These predators, this is their hunting grounds. Be careful, be prepared, be aware of what can happen. And, pepper spray, I don't know. I'm not telling you how to defend yourself, but just know that, just Google it sometime, walking trails and parks attacks. And I did. And from my side of the country, I live on the East Coast, basically, all the way across. They happen every day. Women are attacked. Here's the whole family that was attacked. You just got, they can be safe places, but you just need to be prepared and aware of what's going on around your surroundings. That's what I would say.
What do you think about former staff directors at the FBI talking about this is a completely random attack?
That's.
I mean, you got this family that just moved from out of state, right? And
yeah.
He moved because check this out. He hadn't even started his new job. Like he got a job there, I guess, in Washington County or, whatever. Yeah. And was just, that I guess hadn't even started his first day at work and takes his family to go check out, the area they just moved to and all the beautiful amenities and stuff. And then they go to the park with their daughters and their daughters, 9 and 7 years old, have to witness their parents being murdered.
It just seems like let's get away before school starts and let's, as a family, have some fun. We've got a new opportunity. We moved, and I'm sure they were all happy and excited about the move and having a good year at school and the job going good. I mean, and they went out and have a good day, and look what it turned into. Sad.
Yeah.
Extremely sad. I'm just glad those girls got away, but I'll keep those girls in my prayer. They'll forever be attached to this day for the rest of their lives. And
well, it's completely changed their lives.
Yeah, when they're 50 years old, they'll say, my parents were the ones that were unalived at the state park, blah, blah, blah. And that's sad. I hope they'll heal in time. I hope and pray. I will be praying. And you never know. It's tough. It's a long road to hoe.
So listen up, you guys. Arkansas State Police need your help if you're out there listening. What they need from you is if you were at Devil's Den State Park or maybe even the surrounding parks that weekend, but especially Devil's Den State Park, and you were taking photos, you were taking a GoPro video, anything, the police need you to contact them, the Arkansas State Police. Get in touch with them. Call the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Hold on a second, and I'll give you guys that number.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up.
Let me ask you this, Regina, and even if they don't have pictures and they saw an individual who resembles this sketch dressed as they describe him being dressed, they should also contact, and maybe they've got some information, a little something that may be insignificant, they think, but it might turn out to be something that is significant.
Okay, so check it out. I know that there's another number that has 6s in it, right? But a lot of people have been coming forward and saying, well, we're not getting answers at that number. And it's the 6665 number or 7, something like that. I can't remember exactly. But I'm going to give y'all the number to the Washington County Sheriff's Office. And this is 1155 West Clydesdale Drive, Fayetteville, Arkansas, 72701. And that phone number is going to be 479-444-5700. Again, that is 479-444-5700. Now, and the reason I'm saying this is because I've seen a lot of other YouTube channels and people, complaining on different sites that they're calling trying to get a hold of, truth tell out of, the state police, and they're not getting through. Well, I called this number and they connected me. If you have photos or something like that, or images, or any descriptions, anything like that, they're asking you to come forward. And if you aren't getting through on the other number, this is the number to the sheriff's office.
Yeah, and please keep trying, because they may be getting a lot of calls. Who knows?
Right.
Hopefully they
Right.
are, and they're getting good calls. But please follow through, and what your call may be the one that breaks. Finds this guy.
Yes.
You just never know.
And something else, they're also saying, they're putting the word out to the parks. If you're in Arkansas or maybe a surrounding, near a state, they're on the border, either, on any side of Arkansas. If you're going to the parks, they're asking that everyone be vigilant, that they take something first. And this is not me anymore just saying this to you guys. This is media sources and the the news people and stuff telling people, listen, y'all need to be ready to defend yourself should you have to. And that's just good practice anyways, right? To have like bear spray or mace or a walking stick. Let me tell you something about walking sticks. They come in a large selection in different varieties, and every single one of them can put distance between you and your attacker.
Yeah. A walking stick would have probably made a difference yesterday, and I hate to.
Or Saturday.
It would have kept the distance, and they would have probably, had a very good chance to survive had they had one.
Yep. A walking stick puts distance between you and your attacker. Just remember that, and it can really help you a lot. If they can't get to you, they can't stab you. You know what I mean? And it's
absolutely.
It's even that few feet of distance between you and someone trying to assault you or attack you it can be life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. And then there's, of course, your lethal, if you're a woman, and you've got carry conceal or something like that, or you open carry. Arkansas is an open carry state. That can be beneficial, but also being just aware of what's going on around you. You know what I mean? Keeping an eye out for things. Hey, Connie, it's good to see you. Just being vigilant. Vigilance can really pay off in the long run. Take a look at this guy's photo. If he looks familiar, even if listen, you guys, I'm telling you this because I know firsthand. This guy just murdered 2 people. He's going to be paying attention, to the news and stuff. He's going to seem anxious, right? And keeping up with everything on Devil's Den. And this is somebody maybe not typically keeps up with the news out of one area. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be either angry and aggressive and like being like, okay, you guys be quiet, I'm trying to hear this and stuff. That's what Robert Brashers did after he killed the Shears. And then he's going to be injured. They're saying he's possibly injured and will be. That gives me hope in this case, because if this man was injured during the attack, right?
Yeah.
He's only got a hat and sunglasses. They've likely got a DNA sample. And do you think that could help bring this to a close even faster?
Yeah, you would think. Certainly keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah. And not only that, but they have other hikers and stuff that were on the trail with him that day. And they're starting to come forward. As a matter of fact, if I'm not completely mistaken, this sketch was done by an artist that was on the trail with this man.
Has there been any reports how busy the park was? I'm just curious how many people may have been approximately.
It was pretty busy.
Yeah, well, the time, like I say, right before school, a lot of families get out and they try to do, that one last getaway and before school starts. So, well, hopefully there are a lot of people there, and somebody saw this guy in the parking lot, or they saw him
Oh,
You know,
there's more details that I need to tell you guys. Thank you, Wilby, for just reminding me. They're saying that this guy's vehicle is likely a standard, that it's loud. And by standard, I mean not an automatic. You have to shift the gears. It's a standard transmission. You have to shift the gears, so the vehicle is loud. That's another report coming out. And that was multiple. There was 2 different people that said, and this is coming out in all the reports and stuff, that this vehicle was loud, likely a standard vehicle transmission sound. So, and they're saying it's not a muscle car, but like a sedan, a sporty sedan.
so it's not one of those like young kids get all beefed up and they want. I call them wind-up cars because they're usually 4 or at the most 6 cylinders, and they wind them up with a lot of RPMs, and they do get loud. We have a lot of them around here where I live.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, go live and give you guys an update. I thought I was going to go longer than this, but I think I got everything out there.
Yeah, everybody, let's catch this guy, because this guy, if he didn't get called, he's not going to sit at home and play fiddlesticks. He's going to get back out on some other park or trail or lake or campground or something. And I think, I'm no expert, but they get a taste of this for some reason. That's what they want to do. I think he'll strike again.
Okay. So
possibly.
I'm gonna, if you want to, Wilby, I want to go over this News Nation report.
Yeah.
From this former FBI director or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I'll mute. I want to hear this because I haven't heard this. I'll be interested in hearing what he says.
All right, let me just pull this and do this. And
joining me now for more on this is Chris Swecker. He is former assistant FBI assistant director. Chris, thanks for coming on. I'm so sorry it's under these circumstances. This is day 3 of the manhunt. He left the park. The license plates were covered. How do you even go about finding that vehicle now?
Yeah, you can assume that he's either ditched the license plate and or the car. And, there was no real-time chase. They were probably several hours behind him, because I think it took the children a good while to make their way back to the visitor center. So he has got a very, very long head start. So this is challenging, and I think that's why you see the Arkansas State Police being so proactive in going out to the public with their description of the car. All the little details are out there now. Those are the only details we're getting. We don't have much details about the actual crime scene, but clearly they are being very active out there and trying to get the help of the American public.
Chris, given the remote location and how the suspect escaped, does this seem random or targeted to you?
It seems, this is not the first time that something like this has happened in a state or a federal park, national park. But this one does seem random, and all of the others that we've seen in other parks were indeed random. But unfortunately, the remote nature of these types of parks make it perfect for predators like this person here, this murderer here, who can patrol, and sort of troll at will, and choose his victims, and go into action. It's a clinical way of describing it. But unfortunately, the national parks are places where killers like this can hunt.
With your experience in the FBI, what stands out to you about this crime from a behavioral or investigative perspective?
What stands out is that there were 2 children there, that, he chose victims with 2 children. And that seems so incredibly impulsive. If he was going through the park looking for victims, you would think he would choose a lone person or a couple without children who could either you have to deal with as witnesses, or understand that they're going to get back somewhere and report the crimes. But I think he was more interested in getting out there quickly and not wasting any time. He put tape over his license plate, so he clearly had presence of mind. Maybe he did that ahead of time. And the description of the car, we don't have the tag itself. All we have is a description of the car. So there's some calculating maneuvers here and some evidence of pre-planning.
This is just so tragic.
So what do you think so far, Willie? Do you share some of these guys' points of view?
Well, obviously about the parks being a hunting ground and can quickly get yourself in dangerous situations being out on a, isolated part of the trail where there's a lot of people at the park, but it, kind of meanders way out away from the main area and, takes a bend or whatever geographically. And you're, kind of a good bit away from everybody else, even though there's a lot of people within a certain distance. But that plus, he'll strike again. We don't know that yesterday was his first strike. I mean, we just don't know that.
We really don't.
It could have. I mean, it could have been different type of attacks. He might not have carried them out and done as completely as he did yesterday, and as awful as he did yesterday. He could have just who knows, but we don't know that.
It's just really, honestly, in my opinion, it's actually scarier them coming out and saying, this is more than likely a random attack, because that means everyone is a target that's out in public, sadly.
That's right.
And that, I'm not saying that to try to scare anyone, but suppose this guy has been operating, doing other things, and that's how, Robert did too. He committed a crime in North Carolina, but then and then he went to prison for shooting a woman or whatever. But then when he went to Arkansas, he learned from his previous crimes, and he would go to other states and murder people and attack people.
They adapt.
Right. And to me, sadly and scarily, this person has some level of sophistication in knowing, okay, I need to cover my license plate up with tape. I need to keep a low profile at the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have a cap, not be seen. Try not to be seen.
Right. A disguise.
And I don't know. I haven't heard or I haven't seen the exact where they were attacked on the trail or in the park. And I just wonder, have he? Will we find out it's a place he had probably scouted before and says, hey, if I stay here and they come around this little corner up here and it's kind of out away from the rest of, I don't know. It could not.
Well, I've seen reports.
That could not be what happened, but I got a feeling that's what happened.
Yeah, I think it was an ambush too. I think.
I think he scouted. He probably scouted this place out and looked at the entire trail or a good portion of it and thought, this is ground zero for me. This is where I might find what I'm looking for, which, who knows in his head. I don't get it, but.
Right. Well, that leads me to the next part. So I'm going to continue to play this a little bit because I think this guy's theories, on what's happening are interesting. I think he's got some of the stuff spot on, and I'd like to see what you think about it. So I'm going to go ahead and let this play a little bit more. Okay.
Local police are, like you mentioned, asking the public for help in finding any images, video, information about the suspect with limited surveillance because this being a state park. How do you narrow a suspect profile?
Yeah, I mean, the calls for video is pretty random because it's so remote out there. You deal with this by tracing the routes that they think he left. There's only a certain couple of entrances and exits, and then track to where the first camera location is, because there are cameras everywhere at gas stations, at businesses along the way. There are ring videos, there are cars, there's residences. You really got to get out there and do the gumshoe work and do the neighborhood investigations, trying to get some video to see if you can get a better description of the car and the killer.
Chris.
Okay, I completely agree with him on this. I think that putting that net out for surveillance video from gas stations, they're saying he had tape on the license plate, right? Like maybe searching the local retailers and stuff, just north and south, for anyone who made tape purchases or, certain things that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This guy's a no-nonsense investigator. He makes you wish he was leading the investigation.
Right. Yeah. But I think I think that they are, like in this instance, this is such a random, heinous attack. I
Yeah.
think that Arkansas is actually on this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they realize
did you
this
hear
could
that?
potentially get a lot worse, and it may have already been worse than they realize, but could potentially get a whole lot worse in the future if we don't stop this guy now.
Right. Well, this reminds me of another crime where a man went and attacked people on the trail and ended up killing people. He ended up killing a friend that was a girl. Remember, he took her out and he stabbed her. But a woman
Yeah,
came forward. He had chased with a knife on a park trail
yeah,
previously to killing his best friend, and I can't remember the name of that case
yeah.
to save my life
Well,
right now.
yeah,
But there's going to be something like he didn't just wake up that morning and decide, okay, today's the day that I'm going to go do this and hurt people. Like
yeah,
he's been planning this. You know what I mean? He's thought
yeah,
about this. It's driven him. You know what
yeah.
I
He
mean?
scouted for the place and the opportunity where he thought the opportunity would present itself, and I
And
think,
it did.
and
I
it
think
did
that's
yesterday. And there's no telling how many times he might have went somewhere and it was almost happened, but then somebody popped over here. Or, who knows? I'm just thinking, uh, you know,
right. Like it's plausible that there's going to be circumstances that happened maybe that were similar to this, but where the victim got away or,
yeah, or
something like that.
yeah.
Or caught him sneaking up on him or something and like
Yeah.
you know
Well, just giving
maybe
unduly attention, that just like, hey, that guy's, well, I think that guy's staring at us or something, he keeps following us around and part of it. What's up with that, and they might have reported something like, and who knows, some kind of behavior that was just out of the ordinary. I think that, I think somewhere on a report somewhere, this guy, they probably had an instance where this guy did something odd where he, in his, that's just what I think.
yeah, I
He
agree.
probably did a whole lot of fishing or hunting before he found the opportunity, his prey, and the opportunity that he was looking
Right.
for. And I hate to describe it like that. It may be insensitive. If it is, I apologize. But it just, he just didn't walk out there yesterday and said, "Man, I'm in a bad mood today. I think I'll just do it." No, he's been looking and adapting and the clothes and all that makes me think he's almost gotten caught. Maybe not doing what he did yesterday, but something
Something else.
nefarious,
Yep.
and
And
he
there's
was,
reports now that he had a backpack,
yeah,
and like
a kid, little kid,
hmm
possibly, but change out of the clothes he was in. Who knows? But I just think I think he's
well,
adapting.
now there's reports coming out, and I've shared most of these in the Discord. I'll keep sharing them. But now there's also reports coming out that um he had blood on him. That the suspect that everyone is saying this is the
Well, I
guy
don't see how
actually
he
had blood on him.
could not have,
Right?
but at least it's the victims and when you unalive somebody the way he did, as they start, you know, get fluids, bleed a lot of blood on the knives get slippery, and no matter
hmm
how the harder you hold them, they won't. And you're trying to push them towards somebody, and they can slip out of your hand and cut your hand or some part of your body. Because these people
Absolutely.
weren't just sitting still; they were moving their arms and legs and
They
everything
were
they could.
fighting.
They're
They were
doing all
fighting
they
for their
could
lives.
for their
They were
lives,
fighting. Yep. And their daughters' lives.
and
Yep.
so there's a good chance he got nicked or popped in the eye with a elbow, or who knows, or something, because they
Who
said he
knows?
was injured. I don't think they
They
said
said he was
exactly
injured.
what
Yep.
yet. So,
Yep. Okay. So let's continue and finish this one real quick.
How critical is time when it comes to tracking down a murderer like this?
Yeah, I mean, I always say the first 24 hours are critical. In this case, I mean, thankfully he didn't take the children with him.
Yeah.
You know, that is one thing we don't have to deal with. As in law enforcement, they can sort of be very deliberate in how they conduct the search. They don't have to panic, and they don't have to deal with a compressed time frame. So this person is going to get cited somewhere. They always do. And I think we're going to find that this is not the first time this has happened. This type of killing, it seems like they're not isolated instances.
Thank you for watching.
Either I'm repeating what he's saying or he's repeating what I'm saying, Regina. And I
Yeah.
promise you I haven't seen this report, but
Yeah, no, this is exactly what I've been thinking this whole time.
well, we
is
both
this
have,
is-
but we don't
yeah.
want to, get ahead of ourselves.
I don't want to be a fearmonger and this,
No,
that, or the
no.
other, but I mean, you remember what I said. It
This
just
ain't that
makes
guy's
it-
first rodeo, is all I'm going to say. I mean, I don't think. And let's catch him so he doesn't do it again. Let's make it his last.
Yeah. Yes. And everyone, that's why the police are asking for anyone that was at Devil's Den State Park to contact them if you have any video footage, any photos, any GoPro recordings, anything digital recording of the trail that day. They're asking that you come forward
Yeah.
with that
Any-
information.
Yeah. Or any recollection of seeing somebody that looked like this, or somebody that was acting a little odd in your opinion. You never know what you saw that you think is probably nothing. It might be something. You never know. And it doesn't hurt to let them know.
Right.
Hopefully somebody's got some pictures, because people do use cameras a lot at these places. And
I mean, you've got experts coming out now. I mean, former assistant director of the FBI saying, look, I don't think this is the first time he's done this. And it's in my world, like as soon as like certain things just hit for me because of my own experience, the hat, the glasses, the, concealing the license plate, that kind of stuff. It just
look how his hat is too. Like it's not a flat bill. It's wrapped around his face, so it kind of gets up over his eyes. If you were walking down the trail, all he would have to do is like not look down at his feet, but basically just kind of glance down a little bit, and you wouldn't even see his eyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, aside from
Yeah,
him wearing
concealment.
all black and just acting, sketchy.
Yeah.
I mean, he left an impression. He left enough impression that there, a woman who was an artist on the trail seen him and decided, well, I need to go home now that I know this has gone on, and I need to draw him,
Yeah.
So it's scary though. It's really, really
Very. And I feel for those that family and
because
those two girls. So sad they were starting, because it sounded like they were really getting a new job for the dad, and move for the family, and they were excited. I don't know, it just sounded like a new start or better days ahead, and they didn't get to see them.
they didn't. But you know what? They're always going to remember one thing and carry it with them that is going to help them get through all this. Their mother and father loved them so much
That's right.
that they sacrificed
They
themselves.
towed the line.
They
They
did.
towed the line.
They did.
Yeah, they
And,
answered the call.
And that's the reason I think people, the number one thing they need to take away from all this is, first of all, we got to catch this guy, right? We got to get him off the streets, out of the parks, because people's lives are in danger.
Yeah, let's not let have another couple or another individual. We're looking at the picture like we're
Right.
looking at these, and
But the second thing we have to take away from it is these two parents are heroes. They
Yeah.
really are.
I think so.
I do too.
I mean, 10 years from now, or however long, when they catch this guy, and let's say they put him in a square 8x8 somewhere, maybe these people will be honored, whereas they'll put a thing out at the park of how they fought, how they did, what parents do for children.
Like a memorial or something.
Yeah, a little
That would be
something,
beautiful.
a
Yeah.
little
Yep.
plaque or something. Who knows? And I'm sure they will, and it's well deserved. I know that.
Not a plaque that says here is where blah 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 and blah 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 were murdered.
Here's where
but
two
a
parents
plaque
do
that
what
says-
parents do. They
a plaque
they're out.
that a plaque that says, that Clinton and Kristen fought for their children's lives and were heroes that day.
That's right. Well, they're out there giving an experience for the children. Number one, a day as a family at a park, and at 7 and 8 years old, or 7 and 9, I believe you said, I can remember when I was that age, you thought you'd gone to the moon to go to a place like this for a day. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it literally it's so much bigger in your head at 9 years old as it is. And they did that for the children, number one. And number two, when the danger arose, they immediately shifted into uh, protective mode.
Wilby, I
And
have family in Springdale.
yeah,
My husband has family. I mean, I've got family scattered out all over Arkansas.
yeah,
I'm from Arkansas. You know, um,
you're an
this is
Arkansan,
I'm an Arkansan. I sure am.
whatever they call
Um,
people from Arkansas.
right. I was born in this state. My kids were born in this state. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? um, but it's so beautiful. These places, and it's so horrific. It's so horrific
yeah,
to think that someone can break that serenity and that beauty and just
yeah,
taint it. It's just
yeah,
horrible. So I don't think if they are going to do a memorial, it should be, like a death memorial. I think it should be
no,
a hero's memorial
yeah,
to two parents that
yeah. Two
fought
parents who were
and
good
saved
parents.
their children. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honor their life and what they
That's
fought
right.
for,
Yeah, they
save.
moved their family across. I don't know how far across the state to take this new job. That was it's not easy for anybody to do to move. I don't, we all know that. And there they out taking them to the park to have a wonderful day as a family and just doing everything parents should do. And then when it broke sideways, they did the ultimate. They
Yep.
stood in front of the monster and let the kids get away, and they fought that monster.
Yep. So, is there anything else you want to add to it before we wrap it up, Wilby?
No, just everybody, please pray for these kids, and I feel for them. It breaks my heart, it really does. I hope and pray they find. They got to be scared to death, and they got to be extremely sad. But I just hope that they get through it and are okay.
Yes, Michelle, absolutely evil. Absolutely evil. This man is evil. Um, so Wilby, I'm gonna go ahead from here, I think. Thank you
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna
for
jump
joining us
off. I've
today.
enjoyed it, and like I say, everybody share this with your social media, Facebook page. Everybody send it to all your friends, send it to people in your church, send it to people that you bowl with or you do whatever with, and maybe somebody knows somebody that knows something. Yeah, that's
Share
out.
this man's image everywhere.
That's
Get the
right.
word out there. Let them know he's likely injured, to be looking for agitation and obsession with, their media at that time, finding out what's going on
Yeah,
with the Arkansas State Police, this, that, and the other.
yeah,
And he's, like I said, he's going to be agitated.
yeah.
And he's likely going to go visit someone that he hasn't seen in a while, as like a lay low.
I'm gonna jump off, Regina. I've enjoyed it. I'm gonna let you close the show, and
In my
I've
opinion.
enjoyed it. And everybody in chat, thanks for coming, and let's try to catch this guy.
Yeah, let's try to catch this
All right,
guy.
I enjoyed it, Regina. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wilby, for
All right,
joining me.
I'll
It's
be seeing
always
you.
such a pleasure.
All righty,
Alrighty.
bye bye.
Bye bye. All right, you guys. And with that said, um, remember to like, subscribe, and share. It really, really helps get this information out there, critical information. Most of you know I only cover true crime over here on my channel. This is important to me as someone from Arkansas, because this happened where we go take our children to have fun. We take our children to make memories. We take our children to enjoy being families out in nature. And someone has come along and just trampled that. Like, it's a way of life here in Arkansas to go do things like this with your family. And these people had just moved here and were going to go do this with their family. And they were murdered for it in cold blood in front of their kids. So remember this man's face. Remember this sketch. Share this sketch. Make people aware. He's likely injured driving a black sedan with red tail lights. That's another thing that's come out. It's likely a stick shift car, a standard instead of an automatic, so it's loud. And he's medium build. One of the witnesses put him between 5'10" and 6 foot tall. And this is a sketch rendered by someone that seen him that day. So share it, get the word out there. And if you are going to be at the parks with your families, please, you guys, carry a walking stick, carry bear spray or mace. Carry you a little, it's got to be under 3 inches pocket knife. You know what I'm saying? Carry you a little pocket knife. Make sure you take something that puts distance between you and anyone that would possibly attack you. It is crazy dangerous out here, you guys. Crazy dangerous. So let's take a moment to remember the victims, a moment of silence, and then I'm going to close out. Alrighty. Thank you, Kristen and Clinton Brink, for fighting for your children's lives and being so brave. Your daughters, though scarred, are going to have lives ahead of them because of your bravery. You guys, it's crazy out here. Lock your windows and doors. Be kind to one another. Kindness is free and hate costs us so much. And remember to always share a smile and save a life. You never know, the life you save might even just be your own. And with that said, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for being with us and have a wonderful night. Blessings.